Because the moment that you understand what is in front of you and around you, what you are feeding with your thoughts, what you are creating in your experiences and co-creating as a human race, the things that you cannot perceive with your eyes, but are there and are playing an important role on you being able to express your light, be who you are. Around you all, see yourself within a cloud that is kept within this dimension, a cloud that cannot filter and escape the boundaries of this dimension. Why? Because it's a cloud that brings vibration down. And unfortunately, at the beginning of your awakening, you have no awareness of you being a part of that cloud. You feeding the cloud and you receiving from that cloud. And it is a cloud that all together are co-creating with your thoughts and with your emotions. And is a cloud that covers, that acts as a veil, preventing you for more light to come into your dimension. Imagine that there is all the love and all the light through all creation, wanting to filter through and get to you, that have to go through that cloud. And then it have to go through your personal cloud to get into your heart and start the inner work. It's a cloud that you have been feeding for generations, thousands of years. And through this evolution that human race is experiencing, at some point the cloud got really, really heavy and dense. But because many souls were able to manifest, souls with a commitment to bring light, souls that brought the light within and entered this dimension, and from within started debilitating, making less dense that cloud. And as the cloud of this energy that is definitely less than loving, as this cloud debilitates, more light from outside is being able to filter through and get in, which is accelerating the process of awakening, is activating more and more hearts, is bringing curiosity to beings that had no awareness of their spiritual connection, of their essence. In a way, and somehow, part of having this physical experience is to receive or being influenced by this cloud that is around. But the more light to express, the more light you shine, the light that you have within you, the more you repel this energy that is less than light. Imagine yourself entering a very dark cave where you cannot see what's happening around you, where you feel alone, and perhaps lost within this cave, without being able to see a way out. But then you remember that you brought a flashlight. It was in your pocket. You were so afraid and so confused about the darkness of the cave that you forgot that within your pocket you were carrying the flashlight. And then you turn it on. And when you turn it on, the absolute darkness disappears because now there is one light. And as this light, the light of your flashlight turns on, you can see that by your side there was somebody else also feeling lost, also that was not able to see. And the moment that that person starts seeing because of your light, then he turn to you and say hi, and you connect, and you remind him, you remind her that she was also carrying a flashlight in her pocket. So she uses her flashlight and turn it on. And now there is more light inside that cave, and more people now. You notice that there are more people in that cave. And now they can see. And you can tell them, you are also carrying flashlights in your pocket. And one by one, they get their hands into their pocket, they found the flashlight, and they turn it on. And now there is so much light in that cave that pretty much everyone can see. And now becomes their option. Do they want to stay alone, feeling lost, hopeless? Or they want to use their flashlight and turn it on until we all together find the exit from that cave? You now remembered. You found your flashlight. Your flashlight was in your heart. All the time. All the time it was in your heart. But you were so lost. You felt so lost. It was this pain in your heart from feeling separated from source, from oneness, to getting into this reality that doesn't look at all like home, where you're coming from. That it took a while for you to understand that home was always in your heart. But as you open your heart, as you bring a smile to your face, as you remember your divinity, your light starts shining bright. And your light illuminates this dimension. And as more light illuminates this dimension, the cloud around all of us is weakening, is debilitating. And we are now at a point where this cloud is very, very weak. And now light from outside can filter through. So the light that is being created within this dimension now is growing exponentially. Because now light from outside can filter through. And as more light from the outside filters through and gets in, more people now are being able to connect, remember their divinity, and start the process of turning themselves on, lighting their own light. So now we are in the process of shining bright from within yourself, from this dimension. to the point that the light now can be seen from outside. And more energies from outside now can recognize where we are at and can come to assist us. As think of your SOS now is being heard and seen through all creation. Now, all creation knows that we are ready. Collectively, we are ready to go through the final stage of this transformation and removing once and for all this cloud around us of energy that is less than loving. This cloud that kept us trapped. Now, this cloud is so thin that we can see through. We might not be able to see the end or to see the road with clarity, but the light within is illuminating in a very clear way our next step. What we have to do today and perhaps what we have to do tomorrow. But that is all we need. Because the Spirit is working with us to accommodate the rest of the road. If we keep ourselves present, if we have awareness of the present moment, we'll know what we have to do today as we wait for more help, for more light, to accommodate, to adjust our tomorrow. We are working together because now we can work together. Now it is possible. And now we start feeling it within ourselves. What we want to remind you is to have awareness of what energies you are connecting to. Make sure that your connections to this less than loving cloud are dissipating, are weakening. That within you, you are carrying light and you are expressing light. The moment that you express energy that is less than loving, you feed that cloud again. You bring more energy to that cloud. And you are not only delaying your own growth, but in a way you are creating heaviness for everyone else that is discovering their own light, trying to disconnect from that cloud, because you give that cloud strength, more power. So as you disconnect, as you decide to not accept that idea around you, that you know is not aligned with your heart, you know that it's not who you are. And the moment that you see in front of you a situation that is not aligned with who you are, do not judge that situation, but walk away. Let it exist. Because even if you react against it, you will be feeding that situation, that cloud. See it, notice it, recognize that it's not aligned with your own light, and walk away. That's how you debilitate that cloud. Walking away, letting it be, but not you being a part of it. That cloud needs maintenance. That cloud needs to be fed. If no one feeds it, if no one brings energy to it, the cloud cannot exist. this cloud cannot survive the divine light. The divine light consumes that energy that is less than loving. That energy that is less than loving have no chance to exist. It cannot exist. Darkness cannot exist within light. So the more light we create from within ourselves, from within our society, the less power that cloud has over all of us. The more we can be seen from outside this dimension, the more help comes our way to weaken this cloud even faster. So right now we are at the process of acceleration of the light that we are expressing, acceleration of the help that we are receiving. And the acceleration of this cloud disappearing, as long as we don't feed it, as long as we don't connect with it, as long as we focus on our inner transformation, as long as we hold hands together and help each other and support each other, and we look at each other, connecting with our inner light. As long as we go through life noticing that everybody carries God's light in their heart. And when we see each other, when we look at each other's eyes, we see that light within them. And we let them see the light in us. As long as we live this way, we are disconnecting from that cloud, debilitating that cloud, starving that cloud. But this is an every moment thing. We have to have awareness of what we are focusing on. Are we present? Are we aware of what we are keeping in our minds? Are we aware of how our heart is? Are we aware of how we are acting? Are we aware of what energy we bring into our relationships? Are we aware of the motives that we have to create what we are creating? Are we committing to grow together, to help each other, to hold hands and walk together this path of transformation, inner transformation and global transformation? Nothing can take the power from us. But we did not know we have this power. Now we do. Now we do. And is in a way an energy that we have to learn to live with. It was always there, but we had no awareness of. So we have to discover what this light within ourselves really is, how we use it, what we do with it, how to keep it sacred, safe, brilliant, what maintenance it needs. We have to discover what is this inner power that we all have, that now we are understanding we have. What we are able to create when we work aligned with this light and when we work together, supporting each other. What this power can do for ourselves, for our society. This is new for us. Spirit is by our side, and it will help us navigate through this new tool that we have to help us understand the gift that we received. This gift that now we remember we always had. But now we opened the package and we found this thing inside this package that we don't know how to use it. We don't know what this is for and what we can do with it. So now comes the process of discovering what to do with this gift. What we are capable of, individually and collectively. It's a process. We'll discover little by little who we are. We'll receive guidance. We will expand our minds. But this process will continue if we all work together, if we keep doing what we are doing, if we focus on our inner light and do not accept the call from this cloud, if we do not pay attention to the noise, to the fog of that cloud, if we focus our energy on our path to discover our own light and to help others that want to discover their light, accepting also the help from them to discover our light, and being open to accept the help from all the light, all the wisdom in creation that is coming our way. It's a process. It's a discovering process, personal and collective. But we are already doing it. So we want you, in a way, to welcome you to this path where your vision now is opening, where you are committing to discover, to learn. And we are asking you to keep focusing on this path. That is owning your divinity. That is working with the Spirit now. Now is you going beyond the boundaries of this cloud, filtering through and reaching way higher than this cloud to connect with the light that is all around creation. Is you extending your arms really, really high and reaching the divine hand. And that hand pulling you out of darkness. The divine hand that have control over everything is pulling you above darkness. But because you extended your hand, because you remembered that it was help waiting for you, waiting to assist you, because you decided who you wanted to be, you made that choice individually and collectively. So we are asking you now to remember that the more you shine your own light, the more light you bring into this dimension, the more you illuminate this dimension. And as more light comes in, more brothers and sisters will be able to see and make a choice. Perhaps they didn't know they had a choice. But with your light, now they can see. Still is their choice. But now they can see they have options. Still they have to do the work. But now they know there is something to work for. Think of how this dimension now is looking. See the light within. See how you are connecting with each other, looking into your eyes and recognizing God within, connecting heart with heart, understanding that things get done when you give the best of you, when you are open to give and receive help, when you understand that your well-being is affected by the well-being of everybody else, when you understand that there is an inner connection connecting all our hearts, and when one brother or one sister is suffering, creation is suffering. You, within you, deep within you, you are suffering. It is a process. But we are letting you know what is happening. We are letting you know how things work beyond what you can see now. Because what you can see will also change. But right now, this is what you are seeing, and these are the things that you cannot see. Think about it. Think of who you are. Think of what you are creating right now in your life. Think of the aspect of yourself that you feel still need work, still need adjustment, and ask for assistance. Keep doing the inner work. Keep removing the layers that are preventing you from shining your light. And if you feel you have energy left and you notice someone is asking for light, share your light. We promise you, the more you give your light, the more space, the stronger the container you become to receive more light. There is an infinite source of loving light within creation. If you are connected, you'll never run out of loving light. Think today of who you are, where you are now. How can you commit to keep doing this inner work, and where you want to go? And whatever conclusion come to your mind, whatever idea come to your mind, notice if it is aligned with your heart, and if it is, talk to a spirit. Ask spirit for help. Work with spirit. Accept spirit's guidance, support, and help. Think of who you are, and think of the direction that you want to give to your life starting today. Think about it.